Everyone, this is Shamin and I'm the founder and lead digital marketing consultant and trainer at Sky Digital Agency. In today's video, how you can actually create a Facebook business page. Adding to that, I would like to share with you what are some of the very important settings to have when you're actually creating a business page on Facebook. So there are a few things to note. So if you are actually logged in, or actually you have to log in to your personal account, there will be a top bar where you get different options where it's called Home and Create. So what Facebook has done is that they have pulled the option out to the bars here, and it's called Create. So if you click on Create, there will be many different options. What you want to do is to create a page. Okay, so when you're done creating a page, this is where you find all the pages that you have created or are managing. Okay, so these are a few things that you need to do. Click on Create and click on Page. So most of you would be business or brand, okay, and you want to click on Get Started. Give your business page a name and select a category closest to what your business is doing. So most of you will be able to find a category on what Facebook actually offers you to select. If you cannot find it, you are either a local business or a local service. Okay, so if you're a property agent, you can choose to say that you're a local service, and they will usually ask for your business address and your phone number. My recommendation is that although the phone number is optional, I would highly recommend you to put those details that they ask you in, because the more details you put into your Facebook business page, Facebook sees your profile as complete. Okay, another thing I just want to add, since we're talking about this, because many of our participants do this, especially at our bigger classes at Lifelong Learning Institute, is they actually went to create a separate personal Facebook account to create a business page. I do not recommend that, and even if you need to do that, please make sure that you add a profile image with your face. Okay, if you actually put like an animal picture like a cat, or you choose not to put any photo or a random photo, they actually lock your account down once you create a page, especially if you're using a new personal Facebook account. Okay, so as much as possible, use an existing account. People will not be able to know that you are the admin unless you went to like all your posts. Okay, so they wouldn't know that you're the admin. They will only know which country you are from. So they will be able to see like the admins are from Singapore, or if you have admins from another country, say Vietnam or Thailand, they will be able to see those information, and that's what I'm going to show you shortly. So how to create a page, just follow through on the steps and select and put in as much information as you can, so long as you have it. Okay, I highly recommend for you to add those information in. Okay, I'm just going to go into one of our test pages here. All right, so what happened in our test pages here is you will see this add username. So our page was called Walmart. Okay, and you would probably see the selection as add username if you see the drop down here. Okay, I've already claimed this name. So if you actually go to fb.com or facebook.com short form /integrated.social.media.marketing / you will be able to go to my page. But if you look at your page right now and you have not claimed this username, you would see a long string of numbers behind. Okay, so claim your username. The username is unique. So if you have a business name, say for example like Sky Digital Agency, there are many agencies that are called Sky Digital. So ours was called Sky Digital Agency, and we were able to claim that name as well at that point of time. Okay, so click on this link that says add username and claim your username. If you do not know your username or what name you like to claim yet, it's okay, just come back to it later. Alright, click on the button see more and scroll down to this option called about. What you want to do is fill in as many information as you can. So your phone number, your email, your website. If you have an Instagram account, you can add it here. Okay, LinkedIn, etc. You can add them in here as well. Okay, YouTube, WhatsApp. The more information that you put in on the about page is gonna help Facebook see your profile as complete, and whatever that you might be doing that might not be within their guidelines, they tend to be softer on you as a business. Otherwise, the harsher approach is that they just close your account or lock you out of your account, because they have a complex system of robots and algorithms trying to put and guard this fake accounts, right? Okay, so I would like to show you some settings that you should look at. Alright, so once you have created your page, you have claimed your username, there are two settings that's really important here. The first, you go to settings and go to templates and tabs. So what you want to do in templates and tabs is to choose the correct templates for your business. By default, you would be under the standard template. Alright, and what you need to do is just select the correct category. So if you're a restaurant or cafe, just select this. If you provide services like us, select this. Alright, if you are a non-profit, select non-profit. If you're a venue, service office, etc., click on this. Okay, so basically, if you're e-commerce, you can click on shopping. So basically, whatever that theme that you choose, whatever template that you choose, is going to give you a different set of options and post types on the page itself, on the business page itself. Okay, so choose the correct template. Many people do not choose service template, although they are service-based business, and they lose out a lot. So I'm going to show you what we have. Okay, so we have this tab called services here, and if you scroll down, you would see the service options. Okay, so as you can see, the sequence was reviews because we put reviews first. Let me see, did I miss the services out? Okay, here. So below reviews was services, and you can add as many services as you want, but there's a limit to the title tags and the description tags. You could put the duration and the cost and an image. Okay, the image has to be square. So if you choose the correct template, you get these options. Next, setting. Okay, actually I could have used this. Alright, so if I go to templates and tabs, we have selected the services template. And you could move the sequence around. So you like events to be here or reviews to be down. So if your page is new, you might want to push reviews down so people do not see them first. Until you build like your reviews, you can push the reviews up. Okay, so the second thing I would like to talk about is page roles. So why is page roles important? Many business owners who come to our courses, they are actually giving the admin access to the agency. Okay, my recommendation is that you should be the only admin. I always recommend for clients as much as possible for them to create their own business Facebook page or any other accounts that's required, Google Analytics and so on, right? So we created all these video resources to equip you with those knowledge, and one of the reasons is because you do not want at any point of time. I don't think the agency will do it to you, but I have heard of clients where their employees do it to them. So they themselves, as the owner of the page, was removed from the page because they were not the admin, or they do not know how to adjust the settings, and maybe the employee left on a bad note and the employee actually removed them from their page. And these are interior design companies that have built more than 8-10K followers on their Facebook page and run so many ads. All right, so it's just troublesome to set up another page, to grow your following again, to spend all those money again. So get this page rules sorted out. All right, editor is the next highest after admin. Admin, you basically get to add new admins, you get to remove people from their roles, you get to basically manage this, whereas the editor get the rest of the access, including the access to launch your ads, your insights, and things like that. Okay, the rest, unless you really have many different roles for the social media agency, you want people to kind of like manage these are pages where you have more than 20-30,000 followers and you need a moderator for comments, you need people to kind of like solely focus on ads. So this is where it comes in. Otherwise, you're just mainly dealing with editor, because the social media agency would need the editor access, unless you're just engaging them to just advertise for you. All right, or do a report, right? Maybe you're engaging a separate agency just to give you a social media audit, so you can give them the analyst access. Okay, so we have those settings done. Okay, if you just created your page is actually published. At any point of time, if you like to bring your page down, all you need to do is click on edit and unpublish it. Okay, you do not need to delete the page, you just need to unpublish it. But what happens when you unpublish is you can't post, you can't schedule anything. All right, so those are features that are affected. Okay, so the next thing I would like you to do is to build your page to have a minimum of 60 to 100 followers. According to Facebook policy, you will need 100 followers to get this thing that they have, which is called Insights. All right, so with Insights, there's one thing that or rather, there are many things that are important, but with Insights, this feature is given to you when you have 100 followers. All right, sometimes you have 100 followers but you might not have enough data, so Facebook will still not be able to give you this information, which is when your fans are online. Why is this important? The reason this is important is because you want to schedule your post at the correct time. Okay, recently Facebook did some update, and it is, instead of reading from our computer time zone, is reading Pacific time zone. But if you were to search for Pacific time zone, 7 a.m. Pacific time zone, it's 10 p.m. All right. So if you look at the stats, 10 p.m. is my peak. Technically, it's quite consistent that it is peak, except for last Friday. Pretty much throughout the entire afternoon, people were online. Okay, but you would want to see that the peak is typically at 10 p.m. Singapore time. So this helps you to understand what time people are online. But the second thing that you need to do is to test, because not necessarily if people are online in the morning or in lunchtime, that they have time to consume your content. So it depends on the type of content that you post out as well. Okay, another thing that is really important that you really need to do at your business, okay, whenever you want to adopt a social media platform, you need to have a strategy and you need to plan out your content, and that's what I highly recommend everyone to do. At our agency, we usually plan a month in advance. So we post about twice a week on Facebook, and we post every single day on Instagram. We work towards posting twice a day on Instagram. Okay, so recently the reach has dropped in the day, but at night it's still relatively good for Instagram. But the key thing to understand is Facebook has this feature that is open to everyone, which is scheduling. So I highly recommend for you to plan your content in advance, you schedule them, and you come back here for a start. I highly recommend for you to boost your post. Okay, if you have watched another of my video, which I'm gonna link above or below in the descriptions, is why it's important for you not rely on organic reach. Okay, so I'm going to show you the video as well here, and I'm going to link it below the video, why it's important not to depend on organic reach. Okay, we have a lot of resources. Most of them are uploaded on YouTube, so you can check that out. Okay, so why you should not depend on Facebook organic reach. This is a video I highly recommend everyone to look at. Partly because organic reach is low, it's all-time low. Majority of pages are getting 5 to 10% organic reach. And another insight that you want to look at once you get 100 followers or enough data for Facebook to show you some data is go to your 5 most recent posts and click on this, which is called, okay, it's good to actually look at this as well, but let's look at engagement rates. Okay, so engagement rates are pretty low, most of our posts, okay, except for this one 15% and this one 34%. Okay, so when you know, or rather when you kind of like hit the kind of like nail it on your content, you want to kind of like continue publishing this kind of content. So as you can see here, most of our video content are performing better than 5%. Okay, so most of our videos are doing like 8, 10, just 10 for this one. And let's see, 10, 7, right? This is 4. Okay, but if you look at this content, okay, this is about Facebook. Okay, this is 34%, 15%. The problem with us as an agency is our contents about Facebook and Instagram tend to do well organically, but Facebook and Instagram does not allow us to boost them. Okay, so there are videos where we just talk about the term social media budgeting and things like that. So we try not to use the term Facebook or Instagram, and they allow us to boost those most of the time. Sometimes they still block them, but so yeah, it's about getting around these things. Okay, so this is what you want to look at, engagement rates. And if you take a look at organic, just organic, because now the data is being mixed up as organic and paid, so you just want to look at organic. Alright, so if you look at organic, 46 out of 550 followers, or 590 followers that we have, basically this is at 5%. Okay, so 5 to 10%. So if I have 50 out of 500, that is 10%. Okay, so majority of the time we are able to do better than 10%. So we are usually at the 20% range. Okay, 100 to 190, 200. We try to reach those range. Okay, but technically, most pages they are in this range, which is the 5 to 10% range. Okay, if you're less than 10%, actually it's really bad, because 10% is just 50 if you have 500 likes, and most pages do not have 500 likes, okay, or follows. If you are gonna depend, basically that summarizes what I said in the video, but if you like, you can still head over to watch. But what I want to say is that basically when you have an ad budget, and when you use the ad budget, you are actually telling Facebook who you want this ad to be shown, and you can be very specific in terms of who sees it, in terms of age group or gender and interest. Whereas for Facebook organic, you are unable to define those. Basically, a percentage of people on your page are shown the post, and depending on how they react, whether they spend enough time on that post, whether they click on it, whether they share it, whether they like it, then is the post shared to their friends or on their news feed, or to more people who have followed you. So the 5 to 10% is always the marker, the base for Facebook to kind of like get a sense whether people are interested in your content. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I hope that you've created your page with this video, and if possible, try to upload a video cover, okay, so that it actually can stay more for you. The default volume is usually mute, so you shouldn't have any problems with that, I think. Upload your profile photos. Okay, I have a post if you like to refer to it, okay, which is the social media cheat sheet for 2019. Facebook profile is 360 by 360. If you have a cover, this is dimensions. Alright, so if you like, head over to our Instagram account, follow us on Instagram for more contents like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you at our workshops. Do check out our website on the 8 different marketing topics that we offer in 2019 till about May 2020. Alright, so after May 2020, majority of our courses, we're bringing them online, and we will only keep about 4 courses to be offered on a face-to-face hands-on training. So thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you at our next video. Do give this video a like, a thumbs up. Do share them with your friends so that it will encourage us to create more contents like this. If this is your first time watching this video and you found it helpful, follow us on YouTube, subscribe to us, hit the notification bell button, because we're going to share more contents like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you our next video, and I definitely look forward to seeing you at our workshops. I